Oh my love, you're such a fragile thing, I know. And with the winter comes the ice, the snow, but I'm here to hold.
Hey y'all, it's Sam. Welcome back to Life of Lit. Today we're doing a 24-hour readathon. So I decided I'm a little bit behind on my TBR for this month, so I'm on spring break. It seemed like the perfect time to take a day to just read and get caught up, so that's what we're doing. I have more of a page count goal here rather than like a number of books because I am trying to read a couple of chunkier books. So I'm trying to read at least 1,200 pages. I think I can do it, so we're gonna give it a shot. I'm starting with A Court of Wings and Ruin because I'm supposed to be buddy reading this book with a friend and she is halfway through and I haven't even started it. So that's what we're gonna start with. I think I'm gonna focus mostly on that today, but I do have some high hopes for other books that I want to read. So it's 6 o'clock when I'm starting this, so we'll go from 6 o'clock today until 6 o'clock tomorrow and see how much I can read.
No, my love, don't worry about the cold just yet. The trees haven't started to shed. Just feel the summer sun as it warms our bed. I'm I'm lying when I say I'm not afraid, but I'm trying to shelter my love. The seasons come and they go, but I hope you know that I won't.
First hour of my 24-hour readathon is over and I am almost 100 pages into A Court of Wings and Ruin. Really enjoying it. I think this might actually be my favorite book of the series. I love A Court of Mist and Fury and I love the slow burn buildup of that book, but this book's just really special to me and I'm just really excited to keep reading it. So I think I'm gonna keep reading this for most of the night, honestly. I don't know that I'm going to finish this book in this readathon. I have more of like a page count goal rather than a number of books goal because this book is quite chunky and so are so many of the books on my list. And I would really like to read some shorter books as well. So I think I'm probably gonna focus on this one tonight and see how far I can get. And then tomorrow I might read a couple shorter books. I would really like to get to The Love Hypothesis. So we'll just kind of see how that goes. I also kind of want to see if any of the books on my list are available in audiobook just to kind of get some variety in there. So we'll see. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna read honestly for most of the night. It is 7:06 and I'm honestly getting a little bit tired. I have been traveling and I just got home today, so I'm a little bit exhausted from all of that. So I might not stay up super late, but my readathon is going to end at 6 tomorrow, so I will have pretty much all day tomorrow to read. So I'm just going to keep reading and see how I feel as the night goes on, and I will update y'all later. So it's a little after 9. I am 314 pages into Court of Wings and Ruin, which means I'm like slightly less than halfway, which is way further than I thought I would get tonight. I might read a little bit more. I'm not really sure yet. I'm definitely gonna go like take off my makeup and get in bed, but I might read a little bit more before I actually go to sleep, maybe like another hour or so. I don't know, like I'm I'm tired, and I feel like after all of my traveling and like not sleeping super well over the weekend just because of traveling and not being home and being at a theme park and just all of that is kind of exhausting. I feel like I should probably go to bed kind of early. I don't know. I know that I'm still probably gonna get up fairly early because my husband goes to work tomorrow. I'm on spring break, but he still has to get up really early, so I know that that'll wake me up and then I'll just kind of be up. So I'm kind of thinking I probably shouldn't stay up too late, but I don't really want to stop reading either. But let's talk about my feelings. So this is my third time reading this book. This is by no means new things, and I'm trying really hard not to give like spoilers because this is the third book in a series, but this is for sure my favorite book of the series. Like there are parts of A Court of Mist and Fury that I love, and some of my favorite scenes from the series are in A Court of Mist and Fury, but I love this book the most as a whole. I find this one the quickest read for me. I always find that I love A Court of Mist and Fury, but I always find that it takes me a longer time to read it than any of the other ones, and I don't know if it's just because it is so slow burn, whereas this one is, I don't know how to say this without being a spoiler. Maybe if you are really against hearing anything about these books, like skip 10 seconds, but maybe my thoughts here are kind of that since the romance is a lot more established here, that's what I like. Like, I liked the slow burn, I enjoyed it, but I really like strong and steady romances, especially with like such a strong couple like this, and so I think that's why this is my favorite book. But I am almost halfway. I don't know, I kind of just want to finish it, but I'm like buddy reading this, and I'm pretty sure I've already surpassed the person I'm reading it with, so I might want to slow down. But I don't know. I'm also trying to finish all the books this month, and I doubt she will, so I might just keep going anyways. But I also really want to read the Love Hypothesis. I've heard incredible things about that, so I really want to read that tomorrow. I also really need to read The Night Circus because it is overdue at the library. I couldn't renew it, and I already owe money on it, so I like need to read that and return it. So I think I'm going to continue to read this tonight, just for a little bit longer. This will probably be my last update tonight, but I'm gonna read this a little bit longer tonight after I like get in bed, and then I think tomorrow I'm gonna start with either The Love Hypothesis or The Night Circus. Not sure exactly which one yet, but we'll see. And that's kind of my goal. I have more of a page count goal than like a number of books goal because I'm reading some longer books here, but I might see if I can finish this tomorrow too. We'll see. I don't really have any other plans for tomorrow other than reading, so that could work in my favor. But I am gonna go get in bed and read a little bit more, and I will update y'all in the morning. training. So it is about 8:15 in the morning. I let myself sleep in just like a little bit, and then I had to like do a couple things this morning, laundry and stuff after traveling. So I got a little bit later of a start than I wanted to, but I also stayed up a little bit later than I had intended. So I think it'll be fine. I stayed up until like 10:30 last night, which is honestly pretty late for me, and I am 425 pages into A Court of Wings and Ruin, and I am just gonna finish it. Like I'm just gonna finish it today. I fully intended to just catch up and then put it down and read other things today, but I can finish the rest in like 2.5 hours. I am ready and I'm excited to finish it. This book always flies by for me. I love the dynamics of this book. I love the like high fantasy war. I love the romance in this book. I think this one's really, really fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish it today. And then once I finish that, I think I'm going to move on to The Love Hypothesis. And then I might honestly read A Court of Frost and Starlight because I know that'll be short too. And then we'll go from there. We'll see where I'm at. I'm trying to stick to books that are on my monthly TBR because kind of the point of this 24-hour readathon was so that I wasn't so stressed about being behind on my monthly TBR and to catch up a little bit. So I'm trying not to read anything that's not on like my official monthly TBR, but a lot of those books are really big. Like I've got the rest of ACOTAR. I've got to finish this one, and then I've also got A Court of Silver Flames, which is very large. I have The Prison Healer too, which is not super big, but there are 2 of them. And then I have The Love Hypothesis, Home Before Dark, The Night Circus. So I got a lot of reading to do, but yeah, I feel like other than the ACOTAR books, none of them are overly large. They're all like 400 pages or less, so it shouldn't be super difficult to get through a couple of them today. So we'll see how it goes. So I fully intended to sit out on my porch today because it is starting to get nice out again, but it's really gross out there. I really need to like deep clean all of the cushions and everything because they've been sitting out there all winter, and yeah, it's not somewhere I want to sit right now. So I might just sit back on the couch. I think once it gets a little bit nicer, I would like to go outside. I might go sit by the pool, even though I don't actually know if the pool is open, but I know I can like get into it. And I have no intention of actually like getting in the pool because it's still very cold in the pool. But I might just go sit out by the pool because it's nice out, or it's supposed to be nice out later today. But for now, I think I'm just gonna sit on the couch with the babies and finish this book. So it's about 10:40 and I finished A Court of Wings and Ruin. And I just, you know, when you finish not that it's an overly long series, but the books are pretty long, but when you finish a high fantasy series and you're just still stuck in that world, that's where I'm at right now. I love this series so much, especially this book. And now I can't decide if I want to just immediately continue through A Court of Frost and Starlight and then Silver Flames, or if I want to read something else. Since I'm supposed to be buddy reading this series, I kind of want to take a break and let my friend catch up and maybe read some other things. Plus, I know that I will not be able to finish Silver Flames today. Like, that's like an 800-page book, I think. So I might read A Court of Frost and Starlight, but I'm not sure if I'm going to read that right away. I think I might read The Love Hypothesis next, but I'm definitely like one of those people who needs a minute in between a really in-depth high fantasy series and reading something else. Like, I just need a minute to kind of soak in what I was reading and prepare myself to move on to something different. So I think I'm gonna give myself like 15-20 minutes, probably make a snack. I did eat breakfast somewhere in the 2.5 hours that I was reading. I need to update my Goodreads and my book tracker and the Realmathon Google form. So I'm gonna do all of that and make a snack and maybe go for a quick walk around the neighborhood. But we'll see. I might go for a walk and then I'm going to probably read The Love Hypothesis for a little bit and go from there. But so far we have finished one book in this 24-hour readathon and 699 pages, so I think we're doing pretty good so far. 2 o'clock, and I definitely just read this in one sitting. Didn't update y'all at all because I really didn't believe people when they said that this was such a great book. Like, I really did, not gonna lie. I don't really care for Adam Driver, and I know that the guy in this is like based off of him, so I went into it like not really expecting much. I don't really care a whole lot about like science, so I really didn't think I was gonna like it all that much, but I freaking loved it. Like, this was so good. Basically, this follows our main character, Olive, and she's a third-year PhD student, and long story short, she ends up fake dating one of the professors in her program, and yeah, you get typical rom-com fake dating trope from there. It was so good. I really, really loved both characters. I thought that they were really cute together. I think I would give it 4.5 stars. I really liked it. I almost, like, I loved it. I almost thought it was 5-star worthy. I had 2 issues with it, but they were small issues. The first issue was the sex scene. It was great, and I'm all for consent and everything, but it felt like every other sentence was, is this okay? Can I do this? Is this okay? Am I allowed to do this? May I do this? Like, it kept taking me out of the moment, and it just felt really awkward. So I didn't love that part, and I was kind of sad because, like, I had high hopes for that part. I had heard that it was really great, and I think it absolutely could have been, but all of the pausing to check if things were okay every 3 seconds was sweet and appreciative based on who our main character is. Like that was great for them, but I didn't like it. Yeah, that annoyed me a little bit, but that was fine. I wouldn't have taken off 1/2 star for that, but I also didn't really like the ending. Like, the ending was good. It was a happy ending. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It just didn't leave me, like, amazed at the end, you know, when you finish a book and you're just like, wow, that was really great. Like, the book was great. I really loved it. 4.5 stars. Love the banter. Love the slow burn, the fake dating thing. I love fake dating tropes. I thought this was so fun. I just wish the ending had a little bit more something, a little bit more satisfying. Not that it wasn't satisfying, like, it was, I don't know, the ending didn't wow me and the sex scene didn't wow me, but those are minor grievances in a book that was all in all really great and might actually be one of my favorite romances that I've ever read, honestly. I really, really enjoyed this, and I'm not gonna lie, I did not believe people when they told me how great it was, and I now understand. I believe you now. So highly recommend this book, like, so much recommend this book. Such a good rom-com, so much fun, and I learned so many things about, like, PhD programs, and that was kind of interesting, and I didn't think that I really cared about that all that much, but I would be interested in reading more like this. Okay, so it's 2:11, so I've got to decide what I'm gonna read next. So I have a few options. So basically, I've got 4 different books that I could read. I could read The Night Circus, but it's almost 400 pages, and it's adult literature, so I don't know how dense it is. I don't really know a whole lot about it, so I don't know. I've got about 4 hours left, and I read about 100 pages an hour, so I could potentially finish it unless it's really dense, and then I might not be able to. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna wing it with this one, knowing I might only be able to fit in 1 more book, and that's kind of cutting it close. I also have Home Before Dark, which I think is also around 384 pages, but it's a thriller, so that might be a little bit fast-paced, but the words look kind of small. So I don't know. I also just have not really been in the mood for thrillers, and I know this is on my TBR and I need to read it this month anyways, but I don't know. I also have The Prison Healer. I actually don't know how many pages this is, but it's, so this is like 400 pages too, but it's YA, so that might not be so bad. However, I do have A Court of Frost and Starlight that I could read, which is less than 300 pages. So honestly, I might read this so that I can fit in at least 1 more book and then see how much time I have left. I probably wouldn't be able to finish another book after that, but I could at least start another one. So that might be what I do. I think I might bang out this book real quick. And knowing it's less than 300 pages, it's not even 250 pages, it's only gonna take me about 2 hours to read it. So I have been sitting on my couch for a very, very long time. So I think I might grab another snack. I've been kind of snacking all day, honestly, so maybe I probably don't need another snack. Like, I kind of want to take a break, but I also kind of want to finish this book and then see how much further I can get into another one. Alright, I think I'm going to take, it's 2:15, so I'm going to take like a 15-minute break and probably clean up a little bit of stuff that I need to do around the house for like 15 minutes, drink some water, maybe go outside for a minute, soak up some sunshine for a sec. And then I think I'm gonna read Court of Frost and Starlight because I know that I can finish this before 6 and then see where we're at from there. So it is just before 6 o'clock and I just finished A Court of Frost and Starlight. I actually did take like a good hour break in there because I called my mom, or my mom called me, and I talked to her for a while, and then I finished folding some laundry. So I didn't end up starting anything else, but I did finish this about 5 minutes ago, so I did still get to finish 3 books, and I really, really like this book. It's like the 3rd time I've read it, and I know that it gets a lot of criticism because there isn't really much of a plot to it, but it's not really intended to have much of a plot. It's not intended to stand on its own as a novel. It's essentially an extended epilogue, is my feelings on it. It wraps up the end of Feyre's healing journey and gives us some closure to her and Rhys's story, but it also introduces some new character conflicts, and conflict is kind of a strong word. Some character, I guess, conflict. It definitely acts as a bridge to A Court of Silver Flames and the future books from here. Like, we get a lot of Nesta things happening here and Cassian, and that is the focus of Silver Flames. So I really like this book because I think it really serves its purpose. It's very fluffy, very cute. It is essentially an extended epilogue, but it does serve as a really nice bridge onto the next part of the series. Since the next book isn't from Feyre's point of view, it's nice to have kind of like a short connection between the two to lead us from the main trilogy into what's going to be the rest of the series. So I really like this book. Honestly, I still think it's worth 5 stars. I think it's really cute, I think it's really fluffy, and I think it does its job really well. So that is the end of my 24 hours. I managed to read 3 books and 1,280 pages. My goal was 1,200 pages, so I definitely hit that. I'm really happy about that. And I finished 3 books off of my TBR, so that's 3 less books that I need to stress about. I definitely still have a few more books to go, but I don't feel like I'm quite as far behind. Hello, Soda. Yes, you want to join the video, I know. So that is all I have for my 24-hour readathon, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!